Hi, my name is Rachel Armstrong, and I'm going to discuss moral development versus emotional development and how it affects the classroom. Moral development is a process where children develop proper attitudes and behaviors. This is also where they learn what is right and wrong when they act towards one another and when they make decisions. Some theories are shown that it's socially based on cultural norms, rules, and laws in different cultures. Theories of moral development. Piaget rejected the idea that children learn and internalize the rules and morals of a society that are being given rules when they're forced to adhere to them. Bronfenbrenner studied children in schools in many different cultures, since he stated that many ethnic groups, religious groups, and social groups often have their own rules for moral behavior. Kohlberg states that moral development was a slow process and it evolved over time. When thinking of moral development, some key terms are altruistic, and that's, thinking of others. How are your decisions going to affect the person that you're with or going to affect what you decide to do? Cognition, it is the act or process of knowing or perceiving something. Moral choice, this is where the student can decide what is right or wrong. And their actions, are they going to do it in the right way? Is it going to affect someone in a negative way or a positive way? And that goes on into moral judgment, where perceiving an act is morally wrong or right. If they drop something, is it going to hurt the other child? Or if they throw something, is it going to hurt the child? So each decision they make, they need to use some moral judgment in it. Emotional development. This is where the emergence of a child's experience, expression, understanding, and regulation of their emotions from birth throughout late adolescence. It also shows how growth and changes in these emotions occur. There are many different stages of emotional development, and those are learning basic trust versus basic mistrust, learning the autonomy versus shame, initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority, learning the identity versus identity diffusion, learning intimacy versus isolation, and learning generality versus self-absorption, and integrity versus despair. In the academics for the emotional development in the classrooms, you're going to have academics physical, socio-emotional, social issues, and personal values. Each of these tie into one another. They're two different, emotional development and moral development are two different things, but they tie into each other out in the classroom and life as a whole. Emotional versus moral, they are both a self-conscious thing. While emotional focuses on the feeling and content, moral focuses on moral dilemmas and conflict resolution. Emotional also is the emergence of experiences, expressions, and emotions. And it also teaches us how to tolerate stress and being empathetic towards one another. Whereas moral focuses on how to treat others, understanding of morality, and making decisions, knowing right from wrong. Emotional, you can have all kinds of different emotions. You're excited, you're tender, you're scared, you're sad, you're angry, you're happy. And all of this can go into and making your more. If you're happy, you're more tended to just half the time make a moral decision of right or wrong, right versus wrong. And then if you're mad or angry, sometimes the decisions may not be as positive as it would be. How and what children learn. As teachers, being successful in moral development and emotional development, we need to instill the values and the beliefs in our vision. Understanding emotional learning centered and democratic leadership will help with the development of all of our students.